Adults, right now we're all just trying to stay strong, stay fit, stay active, and stay athletic. It's a tough time, all right? We can't go to the gym like we might want to do, or we can't go places, maybe even the park might be shut down, and that's where we do a lot of our workouts. So many of us can have access to bands. We always have access to body weight. When we do strength training, especially for the upper body, and I'm going to use a pushing pattern, like a push-up as an example, we want to make sure that we get ourselves strong in each end of the spectrum, okay? So when I do a body weight exercise, I'm actually struggling most at the bottom, because that is when I have to exert the most force to change my body weight, okay, my mass, and move it up. Once my arms get straighter, now my leverage is better, and all I have to do is be able to lock out. I'm much stronger there. It's easier for you to hold yourself up like this than it is to hold yourself up a few inches off the ground. We don't have the leverage, okay? So if I'm going to do a push-up, whether I want to go from my knees on an incline, something like this is very easy for me right here. Now it gets harder until I get to the point where it's really challenging, and then I have to overcome my mass, okay? So if I want to go up in a regular push-up position and go down, it's very challenging right here, and I have to work really hard to get to the end. That's a great thing to strength train at that range of motion, okay? At those different points of leverage. But you also want to make sure you're increasing your strength at the end range as well. So now when I grab my bands, okay, when I start right here, there's not a lot of tension on the band at all. It's very light, so this is pretty easy for me to move my arms. But as I get further out and I have to lock out, now it gets really challenging. So here's the benefits of that. When I have to finish putting something up on a shelf, or in my garage, I got to put something up on the top shelf, or if I'm lifting my child up and I want to lift him up and put him in a chair, when I get to that end range, I have to have the strength to finish the movement. So this helps me to be able to do that. The push-up gives me the chance to start that momentum, and then the band allows me to finish it. The other benefit to the band is when I press to the end, my abdominals, my core, my hip flexors, everything gets involved, and it's a very, very holistic type movement, because I'm challenging all the way from my feet all the way up, even into my cervical spine, because as I'm pressing, it's very easy for me to put my head out, so I have to stay stable. So do the push-ups. Let's develop that strength in close to the body to really start changing inertia, changing that still body and start it moving. And then let's go to the band so we can finish strong. That's a great way to stay athletic. Enjoy.